Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and thought, they love me more than anyone else ever could? It feels true, and in many ways it is. But what if one of the biggest beliefs dog owners have about love and loyalty isn't entirely accurate? What if the way your dog loves you is even more fascinating and far more complex than the stories we've always been told? By the end of this video, you may never look at your dog's behavior the same way again. For generations, we've repeated the same idea. A dog's loyalty is unconditional. No matter what happens, your dog will always love you exactly the same. It's a beautiful thought. Movies celebrate it. Social media repeats it. People proudly say, "My dog would never stop loving me." But real canine behavior tells a more emotional story. Dogs don't simply love without reason. They build trust, memories, habits, and emotional security over time. Their loyalty isn't a switch that's permanently turned on. It's a relationship that grows stronger or weaker through thousands of tiny moments you may never notice. Think about this. Why does one dog instantly relax around a certain person but remain nervous around another? Why do rescue dogs sometimes need months before they fully trust their new family? If love alone explained everything, these differences wouldn't exist. Something deeper is happening inside your dog's mind. And understanding it could completely transform your relationship. Dogs experience the world differently than humans. They don't judge you by expensive gifts, long speeches, or promises about tomorrow. Instead, their brain constantly asks simple questions. Are you predictable? Are you safe? Do you help me feel secure? Every interaction quietly answers those questions. When you consistently respond with patience, kindness, and stability, your dog's brain begins linking your presence with comfort. That emotional association becomes the foundation of loyalty. But here's where most owners get it wrong. They believe feeding their dog automatically earns lifelong devotion. Food certainly matters. Survival has always mattered. Yet countless studies and observations show dogs often choose emotional connection even when food isn't involved. Many dogs simply want to stay close to the person who makes them feel safe. They'll follow you from room to room, not because they're hungry, but because your presence has become part of their emotional world. And that raises another question. If dogs value emotional safety so much, what happens when they stop feeling it? The answer surprises many owners. Sometimes the changes are almost invisible. Your dog stops making eye contact as often. They hesitate before approaching you. They become unusually quiet or spend more time alone. Most people assume the dog is tired, stubborn, or simply getting older. But behavior is communication. Dogs rarely become emotionally distant without a reason. They may be confused by inconsistent routines, frightened by repeated yelling, overwhelmed by stress in the home, or struggling with pain that hasn't been noticed. Loyalty doesn't disappear overnight. It fades when trust is repeatedly shaken or when illness changes how a dog feels. Here's something even more surprising. Dogs are remarkably sensitive to human emotions. They notice changes in your voice, your posture, your breathing, and even your daily routines. Research suggests dogs can recognize emotional cues from human facial expressions and vocal tones. When you're anxious, your dog often becomes more alert. When you're calm, they're more likely to relax. In many homes, dogs quietly mirror the emotional atmosphere around them. They're not reading your thoughts. They're reading your behavior. Now imagine your dog waiting by the window every evening. Is it simply because they've memorized the time you come home? Partly. But it's also because every return reinforces a positive emotional memory. Every greeting tells your dog's brain, the person I trust always comes back. Over weeks, months, and years, those moments become something powerful. Not blind loyalty, but earned confidence. If this is changing the way you see your dog, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Understanding why dogs behave the way they do doesn't just satisfy curiosity. It helps build a happier, healthier relationship with a companion who trusts you every day. Let's challenge another common myth. People often believe that if a dog misbehaves, they're trying to be dominant or spiteful. In reality, most unwanted behaviors come from fear, confusion, excitement, frustration, or unmet needs. A dog that chews your shoes while you're gone probably isn't taking revenge. They may be bored, anxious, or trying to cope with your absence. A dog that jumps on visitors isn't trying to control the house. They may simply be overwhelmed with excitement and have never learned a calmer way to greet people. When we replace assumptions with understanding, our dogs don't suddenly become different. We simply begin seeing who they've been all along. And here's something many owners never consider. Loyalty isn't tested during the good days. It's tested during the difficult ones. When your dog becomes old, their hearing fades, their eyesight weakens, or climbing stairs becomes painful, they still look toward you for reassurance. At the same time, they need your patience more than ever. Those moments reveal something extraordinary. Your relationship has become a partnership built on years of shared experiences, not just instinct. But even then, your dog continues watching you. They notice whether your touch is gentle, whether your voice remains calm, whether you're still someone they can trust when life becomes confusing. Their loyalty doesn't excuse us from caring for them. It challenges us to become worthy of the trust they've placed in us. Perhaps the biggest lie isn't that dogs are loyal. Dogs truly are capable of incredible loyalty. The lie is believing that loyalty never needs nurturing. Every walk, every quiet moment together, every game, every patient correction, every gentle touch, and every comforting word adds another thread to the invisible bond between you. Ignore those moments, and the bond can weaken. Treasure them, and it grows stronger than most people ever imagine. One day, your dog won't remember the brand of food you bought or the toys you replaced. But through thousands of repeated experiences, they'll remember how your presence made them feel safe, understood, protected, loved, and that emotional memory is far more powerful than any command you ever taught. So the next time your dog quietly rests beside you, follows you into another room, or simply looks in your eyes for a few seconds longer than usual, don't dismiss it as ordinary behavior. They're not just filling the silence. They're strengthening a relationship that has been built one small moment at a time. Your dog isn't loyal because of a myth. Your dog is loyal because every single day they decide that you're part of their world. And the greatest gift you can give in return isn't just food, treats, or toys. It's consistency, kindness, patience, and understanding. Because your dog isn't just behaving, they're communicating. And when you finally learn to understand that silent language, you don't just become a better owner. You become the person your dog believed you could be all along.